Hi, I am recording this video in late March of 2024. Why is that relevant? Well, because about a week ago, it was announced that there was a settlement between the National Association of Realtors and the plaintiffs' lawsuits in the antitrust class action lawsuits. And the purpose of this video is to address just some of the ramifications for the relationship that brokers have with their buyers. All right, indulge me as I go through this step by step. So in the extreme example, I've had people say to me, oh, it's going to be business as usual, nothing's going to change. And at the extreme end of that is brokers who have had a practice of not signing buyers up to exclusive right to buy agreements, buyer agency agreements, buyer contracts at all in transactions, and completely relying on the seller side, the listing side, to pay them. Well, first of all, a concept of this settlement is that it's designed to decrease the frequency and the amounts which the listing side will be offering commissions, but that's another issue. Even if you're willing to take the risk, this settlement agreement does not allow you to do that. The settlement agreement requires you to have an agreement with your buyers before the buyer tours any home. So then some of you are saying, well, that's fine. I have a practice of I sign my buyers up to an exclusive right to buy agreement, a buyer agency agreement, or an exclusive transaction brokerage agreement at the time they want to write an offer on the property. Does that still work? And the answer is, well, it might work if you didn't tour them through the property, but if you're touring them through the property, then you need to have an exclusive right to buy agreement. And don't forget, if you didn't tour them through the property, you might not be the procuring cause of the transaction. So as a practical matter, that doesn't really work. The rule says that you have to have an agreement with them before they tour the property. Okay, so number three, so you're saying to me, well, fine, I'll have an agreement with them, but I won't address the compensation issue. No, that's the main thing that this agreement has to address. That's the minimum it has to address. It has to identify how much you will accept as your payment for the transaction. Well, some of you are saying, that's fine. I don't expect things to change much. I think it will be a high percentage of sellers and or listing brokers who will continue to offer co-op commissions. And I'll write in the blank, I'll take whatever I can get from the other side. No, it does not. That is not permitted on this. The amount of your compensation must be objectively ascertainable and may not be open-ended. For example, quote, open quote, buyer broker compensation shall be whatever amount the seller is offering to the buyer. No, that doesn't fly. The plaintiff's lawyers saw that one coming. Okay, well, how about this? Some people are thinking, how about if I sign a buyer up to an exclusive right to buy agreement and I identify a trivial amount of compensation, but then I also have a clause that says if the other side, if the seller or the listing broker is offering more, then I get the higher of the two figures. No, that doesn't work either. What this says, and I'm reading, is such an MLS participant, that's you're the MLS participant, may not receive compensation for brokerage services from any source that exceeds the amount or rate agreed to in the agreement with the buyer. So you're going to need, the whole concept is that before you help the buyer tour property, that the buyer is supposed to commit to an amount to pay you. And the concept is because the buyer takes some risk that they might have to pay you, now they have an incentive to bargain with you and bargain you down from commissions perhaps that you might be tickled with. That is the new system. And the brokers that will thrive in the new system are the brokers who will be good at explaining their value proposition and explaining the concept to the buyer. This is how much I need to make to help you buy this property. If we are not able to negotiate the other side to pay, buyer, you will have a choice. You will have the choice to either make up the difference and pay me what's not being paid by the seller side, or go buy some other property. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the new paradigm. There's more. There's a lot more. We've developed a 3-hour class explaining this. Sign up through Educated Minds in Colorado. CE credit will eventually come in Colorado. Probably by the time you see this video, you will see that there is CE credit for the class. Sign up and we'll tell you so much more about the nuances of the settlement. In the meantime, remember, it's a complicated world. Be careful out there. Catch you in the next one.